Hi, let's go over the cohort metric named cohort customers per order count. You find it on the left nav under cohorts. It's expanded here. If it's not, you just click that arrow. Whoop, have to target. And then click on cohort customers per order count. This is one of the metrics where the columns do not represent month, but orders. Specifically the first order, the second order, the third order that a customer has placed. Cohorts are defined the same way as usual. In this case, they're placed by default in the month of their first purchase. So if I purchased for the first time in July 2020, I'm one of these 14,348 customers. This metric displays how many customers placed one order, two orders, three orders, four orders, and so on. So that number is constantly going to go down because you can't place 5 orders, not 4, and you will be counted in each of the orders. So if you place 5 orders, you also place 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's essentially the metric. So we'll look at August. We had 10,209 customers. That first column is always going to be the size of the cohort because that's literally the definition. And then in the second order, it's going to be how many customers placed a second order. So we have 5,774 and then only 3,088 placed that third order, and so on and so on up until the 10th order where only 7 customers diligently came back and purchased. So over time, we can see that some cohorts are obviously longer. That gives them more time to make more purchases, and your business is definitely going to be sensitive to that. If you're wondering what good looks like, it really depends on each business. We're going to look at maybe the percentage, and that's somewhat of a measure of retention because if you have a subscription business, customers are going to place the first one, and then automatically the second, third, fourth order are just going to come. It's really interesting for businesses that are shipping non-regularly, for example, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 7 weeks, or every 8 weeks, because our other metrics look at a monthly cadence, and counting orders or retention over time is a little bit harder. So here we see that the average retention is 46%. We're skewed by March heavily. However, it's a weight average, so the other larger cohorts will weigh more. And then as we go forward, we can see that we're at 24.6%, 13.3%, and so on. So this is a good way to see how long how many orders are placed on average in each cohort. And in this demo, the data tends to be very linear. And so, every cohort behaves roughly the same. But in your data, you might notice that some cohorts had a lot more purchases. And in that case, it's interesting to just segment it. So what you do, if you wanted to go into August specifically, we go into single cohorts. We're going to go here and we're going to pick August 2020 right there. And we're saying just that one line that we had before. And now we're going to pick, for example, a province. There we go. And in this case, we can see what's the difference between different purchases. Ontario has a lot more customers. Illinois has fewer, and a higher percentage of them are coming back. So if there is any correlation to be established, you would start looking into what kind of advertising or deals or relevance specifically to this day. Now in Shopify, we'll have products, we'll have SKUs, we'll have vendors, and then we have the new attribution channels that I can't show you here. They all work the same way, and here you see by product whether there's a higher percentage rate. So there is a little bit of a higher number of third orders, fourth orders for desktop and phone, but it's just a tiny difference. So you have large cohorts here that make it statistically significant. So 1% change could mean a lot, but I would look for bigger differences. And when you have more products or SKUs, the top table is going to work on highlighting the top ones for the time selection that you have, and we'll work in improving that constantly. But at the bottom, you always have the full list with all the metrics. So I hope that's helpful. Feel free to send us an email or just tap on the intercom bubble and send us a note. Thank you.